Mike. Hey, man. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Savo, man. How you? How you? Yeah, we doing a pop-up tonight. So listen, I was going to do a members only, right? But we're gonna do that another night, probably tomorrow. Hey, broke man, how you doing? How you doing? So glad you're here. So glad you're here. Who was that? Who was that, Mike? Salon. What going on, baby? Save on family. Y'all, this my new copper cup. What y'all think about that? It says something about the copper supposed to be really cool, so I ordered me a copper cup. Anybody know anything about the copper cup? Or did I just get swindled out of my money? Let me know. Hey Nana. Hey Nana. Oh, yo, that's that peach Stella. Yeah. Moscow Mule served in there. Oh, really? Okay. You driving? All right, baby. All right. Hey, Shantae. Hey, baby. Wait a minute. Let me take another one. Now, if I start talking funny, y'all gonna y'all gonna know why. Yeah. Say Miss Linda feeling that thing. Hey, just was all the rage a few years. Really? Copper cups, huh? Okay. Well, I'm a little slow to it, but I got it. That's right. Let's see. Um, yeah, this is it. I took a big swig out of this one. That's the peach. Yeah, man. Listen, I got to get another bottle of Black Girl. She she all gone. She all gone, man. Yeah. But listen, I want to thank you all for being here. We're going to talk about something really cool tonight. Definitely, it's about our garden. Ooh, Stella Peach. Uh huh. Uh huh. Got that peach. Yeah. So, peach is my favorite fruit. Now, I do like this peach, but I prefer the Black Girl. But tonight, we're going to talk about our garden. Now, I do want to really hit on the fall garden, but I'm talking about any garden from our spring garden to summer garden, right? Any one of those gardens, your garden. So I'm going to say this, and I hope she's here. I hope she drops in. I hope she peep her head in. It is the Harvey Container Gardener. Harvey Container Gardener is the one that inspired me to do this live tonight. My sister, my neighbor, my girl, she inspired me to do this live tonight. Hey, Life with Wanda. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Kiki, baby, how are you? She inspired me to do this live tonight. I watched her video, the video that I'm speaking of. It is up right now. Now, can you all hear me really good? Am I loud enough? Let me know. Am I coming through really good? Hey, Life with Wanda. Hey, hey. Am I coming through good? You all can hear me really good. Hey, golden time of day. So listen, I just want to drop a few little seeds on you. Right? I want to drop a few seeds on you. Hey, Shangela. How you doing, baby? I hear you, mama. All right now, baby. All right, baby. Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. I'm so glad you are here. Now, let's don't worry about who's not here or here. We are here, and that is all that matters right now, right? Cheryl said yes. She put out great content. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She really do. Hey, Tiffany, baby. So tonight I want to share a couple of things with you all. Hey, Miss B, the first thing I want to talk to you all about is companion planting. How many of you all companion plants, right? That's the first thing I want. Well, that's number one. That's one of the subjects I want to talk to you about. But for some reason, I don't want to start with companion planting. I want to start with fertilizers. Fertilizers. Now, I'm not asking anyone to tell me what fertilizer you use. No, that is not it. I don't want you all to say that. I want you all to listen to me, and I'm gonna share with you all what I do. Okay? And I'm gonna share with you some things that you can do or just try. If it sounds cool to you, does it sound appealing to you? Because let me just say this, it's a part of nature. All right, so let's go. About maybe 2 or 3 years ago, a friend of mine's here by the name of Myra McLean. Myra McLean is she's vegan. That's what she is. She's vegan. A lot of vegans, they are really serious about being a vegan. They are very serious about not having meat products or anything like that in their food. Do we have any vegans here right now? Is anyone here a vegan or vegetarian? Let me know. Ooh, ooh, that peach, y'all. If you are a vegan or vegetarian, just say yes. But if not, it's all good because this is going to benefit all of us in one way or another. All right. So when it comes to fertilizers, there is the big the big fertilizers that we all go for that our plants need, which is NPK, right? The N is for the nitrogen, the P is for phosphorus, and the K is for potassium, right? And we look for these numbers when we are um, purchasing our fertilizers, right? But Myra, what do you say, Nana? Oh, hell no. I got to have some meat. I just said that because it was right there. I understand, baby. You, I gotta have it. I gotta have that. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. What you said, Jess? I don't eat meat, but I eat fish. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Mike, he get me started early, man. Early. So Myra's a vegan. So Myra says, so I was, yes, Cheryl. So I was saying in the video, if you are growing, if you are growing broccoli, kohlrabi, rutabagas, anything that give you lanyard, anything bulbs, right? Potatoes, white potatoes, sweet potatoes, anything that give you a bulb, anything extra than leaves, you are going to need phosphorus, which is bone meal. Am I right about that, y'all? Bone meal is phosphorus. Let me know. Hey, blessed lady gal. Good evening, baby. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Hey, all right. Phosphorus, right? Bone meal, phosphorus. How many? Oh, thank you, Mike. Thank y'all. All right. So what she said, what Myra said, but Linda, I don't want no bone meal in my garden. I'm like, okay. So this is what I did. I went off on this search. And the very first place I went to was LSU Ag Center. And when I went to LSU Ag Center, my question was, what can I grow in my garden that is going to give me a big amount of phosphorus? Beans. Beans? They say beans. I say beans. He say beans. So, beans. I went over to the Dollar Tree and I got white navy beans in the pack, just regular white navy beans that we would cook, right? Take those beans, put them in a blender or your little whatever you have to spin it, right? And powder those beans up. Oh, what a surprise. You're like, yeah. And powder those beans up. And when you powder those beans, that will give you 250 milligrams of phosphorus. And you know what it cost you? $1.25. That's what it cost. Beans. So you can grow your own phosphorus. Here's more. You can grow your beans. You can take those same beans, maybe take half and powder them up and take the other half and plant them. So you can have more. Hey, Sylviar. Hey, Soul Deaver. Right? Beans, chickpeas. Grind them up just like you would do the white beans. You got phosphorus. Lentils. Any lentils? Wow, that's good to know. I got plenty of beans. Well, you have plenty of phosphorus. You have, the world make us think that the only way gardeners can get phosphorus is that we need bone meal, but that is not true. Okay? Hey, Miss Red. All right. So it's lentils, it's black beans, kidney beans, and navy beans. All of these beans, you can get them, powder them up. That is your phosphorus. If you don't want to use bone meal, you can use phosphorus and get a large amount of phosphorus. Right? You can grow it yourself. You will know exactly what's in the bag. And that was my point at one time. When I look at these bags of bone meals, I would say to myself, who is in that bag? I'm just questioning. I know it's bone meal, but whose bones is it? So, you want to know what you're putting in your garden? For real, for real? Grow your beans, grow your phosphorus. That's your bone meal, right? Her bell peppers plants off. Oh, for sure. You talking about Ursula? Yes, yes. So that is phosphorus. You can grow your own phosphorus, right? So this is what Ursula did to me. Ursula talked about her fertilizers, and she talked about her 511, which I use, and she talked about More Bloom, which is potassium, right? Now, I used to buy More Bloom also. It's a great product, right? But my whole thing is I want to save money. I'm always looking for ways that I can save money. I'm always looking for ways where I can allow my garden to feed itself. And how I let my garden feed itself with potassium is this. So one day I bought 511 and more bloom. And of course, I am feeding my plants. And I'm sitting down. I sat down after I fed my plants and I'm looking at everything. And I'm wondering, what can I grow? What do I have growing that will give me potassium? If you have banana trees or if you have plantain trees, baby, you are growing potassium. You are growing potassium. Take your leaves from your bananas or plantain, chop them up, put them in a bucket, let them stay there for 2 to 3 days. Take it out and water your plants. That is potassium. Now, just with those two, I talked about I talked about the P and the K, right? Phosphorus and potassium. How many of you all knew about this? Or how many of you have ever tried beans for bone meal and something you grew in your garden like plantains or banana trees for your potassium? Wow, thank you. I didn't know that. Great, baby. Great. And I am so happy you are here to get this information for yourself. I really am. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, but I heard about this from you, Miss Linda. Good, my baby. Because I know you are vegan also, my love. Can you use any type of beans? So the beans that I have, okay, are chickpeas, and they are great because I've used them before. I have some now that I powdered today. Chickpeas, lentils, black beans, kidney beans, and navy beans. And I've used chickpeas before and navy beans. Those are the two I've used. All right, let's see. I learned it from you on a previous video. Good, good. I use my banana leaves in water. Good. So what you do is put those banana leaves, the smaller you chop it up, the better it is, and the shorter time it'll take for the leaves to wilt down in the water so you can get that good potassium from it. Yeah. Nana said, did some research on beans and discovered the secret. However, I'm not having the best time growing. I'm still working on it. What's the problem, Nana? What's your problem, baby? It do stink, Cheryl. Well, what I found from the banana water, I let it stay for 3 days. Does it smell? Yeah, but it doesn't smell nowhere near as super juice does, right? Yeah. Miss Rand said, I knew about it because of Tnog, and I tried it and it works perfectly. Great. So now the other one is, and we all should have this one, is the nitrogen. We all grow nitrogen, whether you know it or not. If you sit back and look in your garden and you see green anything, you're looking at nitrogen. The grass we walk on in our garden is nitrogen, right? Yes. I use banana skin also, and that's another one. Use your your banana skin. Perfect, perfect. But that's if you don't have a tree, definitely use your banana skins. Yes, yes, true. But I put mine in the super juice. Yes, melt my eyebrow. And that's true. You can put it all together or separate. And that is so true. And that is the other thing, Mike. When you are making your super juice, right? This is how you can make sure you have those NPKs in there, right? Is by powdering you some beans and put it in that water, right? So you are really gonna know you're gonna have NPK in that water. Put you some banana leaves in there or banana skins in there. You're gonna have the potassium you need, right? That's how you make super juice where you can have the three big nutrients in there for your plants, right? I think I'm going to do that separately from now on. Yes, and that's what I do. Yeah, I put brushes, pet hair. You do your hair in it, really? Now I've heard people do that, but I've never done that, Mike. Yeah, I heard that. Hey, doll. Hey, baby. She said, "Good evening, Miss Lynn and Garden Fam. Hello, how are you doing, honey? Good to see you." So, this if you want to grow your own NPK. If you using super juice and you want to make sure that your super juice have NPK, this is how you can do it, or you can definitely do these things separately, right? Cool. We all with that? I think growing your own, um, yeah, Mike says hair have nitrogen in it. Yeah. Uh, I think growing your own fertilizer is amazing. And this is why I said in many of my videos, I have two fertilizers that I use in my garden. My number two, my number two fertilizer is 511. I use 511. Every 10 days, I use 511. That's my number two. But my number one fertilizer is super juice because I'm going to make sure it have everything it needs in it. And when I give my plants that super juice, they are going to respond, baby, in a major way. Can I get an amen? How many of you all use super juice in some kind of way? Let's see what you say, baby. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, Nana say the soul. I cannot grow in real dirt. Oh, soil. I think that's what you mean. You cannot go and grow in real dirt. So I snatched some real dirt from the neighbor's yard, mix it up with some potting soil, perlite, vermiculite, bone meal, worm casting, and some slow relief fertilizer. Okay. All right. I'm listening for the other part. I'm afraid I'm adding too much stuff. It sounds like a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So when you do all that, Nana, what happens? Do your seed germinate? Do they grow and then they die? Tell me what happens. Beans don't need much to grow, Nana. Amen. And they really don't. They really don't. Amen. All right. I use coffee ground. That's another one is really good. But if you use coffee ground, always use coffee ground, which is really cool. Yeah, I do. I use super juice. All right. I do it. It stinks. Yes, Lord, it stinks. I just made me some. All right, my baby. So this is the thing about super juice. It is just nature feeding back. Maybe many of you all heard this, but I'm gonna say it again for those in the back. Okay, think about this. This how I came up with this concept is this. In the woods, in the forest, no one feed trees and bushes. Here in my area, you could go in the woods and you can find fruit trees, all kinds of cool stuff, right? No one feed those trees, but they're healthy. You got, what's the name of these grapes? God darn. Y'all know these grapes, thick skinned. People make wine with them. They grow wild all over many places, but definitely here in Louisiana. I know y'all gonna tell me, but anyway, you got all these grapes growing. You have a lot of common persimmons growing, many places. You got beauty berries running all over the place. Now, no one feeds these plants. No one. Not only do no one feed them, no one water them. But this is how they grow. In the spring, they put on their leaves, beautiful, gorgeous leaves and their fruits and whatever they got, right? And then in the fall, all of these leaves and fruits fall to the ground. They fall to the ground, right? They decay. And what happens is all of these leaves and fruits, what do they turn into? Compost. They turn into compost. And then what happens is the rain comes. And not only the rains, in the mornings, especially in the fall, in the mornings, dew is so thick on these plants. If you walk through the woods and you come out, you are all wet up. That dew is feeding these plants. So what happened when it rained and all of those leaves and fruits all over the ground? Baby, that's super juice. And what it does, it feeds everybody. So the plants feed themselves. That's super juice. Georgia said, I added 511 to my super juice. It stinks bad, but I have noticed a difference in my plant. Baby, that's a big difference. Oh, yeah, they do really good with a little 511 in that super juice. I do it all the time. It's beautiful. Many times I do add 511 to super juice. Sometimes I don't. I just fertilize with just super juice. The next morning, my plants look amazing. Amazing. I also use super juice. Yes, I use super juice, but I'm conflicted on how often to use it. So this is what I do. This is just me. I fertilize my garden every 10 days. Every 10 days, I fertilize my garden with super juice and 511. Now, I'm going to say this. If you are a synthetic gardener, if you grow with 10-10-10 or 13-13, I have some people say that they put these fertilizers in their garden and they don't fertilize for like 6 months. So if you are a synthetic, if you put synthetics in there, you probably won't have to fertilize for a long time. Read your packs, read the packs. But organic gardeners, I feed them every 10 days. Simple is because chemical fertilizers, synthetic fertilizers, fertilize the plants. They aim at the plants, and organic fertilizers aims at the soil. So everything the organic gardener give the soil, the plants uptake it. But when you put synthetics, the synthetics head straight to the plant. They bypass the soil at all. It's It's the plant that their focus is on. Okay. Mike said, I use super juice every 12 days or so. There you go. Yeah. And you know, every 12 days, every 10 days, nothing is etched in stone, baby. This is your garden, especially if you go on the organic route, you want to do this at least twice a month. At least, you know, it depends on what you want. You right? Miss Red said, I use super juice. Hey, that's my art. Hey, baby. Nikki Walker say, hey, Miss Lynn and everyone in the chat. Hey, baby, how are you? Just says, I got some used coffee grounds from Starbucks, but never used it because I was scared it would harm my plants. So let me just share what I do with my used coffee grounds. I get me a big container. This is just me. Now, if you all want to put in there how you use yours, you can put it in the chat so just can give a little good comparison, right? I take a container of soil and I mix my coffee ground in that soil really good, right? And then I put that soil in the container with whatever I'm planting in there. That's what I do. But I put that in the beginning of me planting before I put plants in there. How do you all use yours? Let me know. Mike said, I personally use super juice and 511 in kelp emulsion. There you go. That kelp is really good. Really good. Hey, Robin, how you doing? My purple haul, I guess peas maybe, are beautiful this year. Awesome. Awesome, baby. Oh, you talking to just okay. I usually grow seedlings and transplants. All right. Seedlings look great. And then when I transplant them, they die. Okay. And I mean everything. I've killed a bunch of stuff. So let me just say this, Nana. So listen at this. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. So the first thing I want you to do is listen at this. When you buy your seedlings, when you transplant those seedlings, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you transplant in the late evenings. You cannot you should not, let me say that, you should not transplant at the heat of the day. Right? Transplant on a overcast day in the evening when the sun has lost her punch. That's going to help these plants with transplant shock. If these plants are big and they got big leaves, transplant shock is when they're going to hold their hair down because they're trying to get adjusted. Many times you have to take those leaves off. Keep the middle part. If you do not take those leaves off, the plant gonna die. And the reason the plant is gonna die is because the plant is gonna try to save those leaves and it cannot. It will stop producing everything to try and save those leaves, but it cannot. So transplant late in the evening, and if these plants are big, take the bigger plants, take the bigger leaves off. Bring them inside and make a stir fry. But if you don't take them off, they're going to continuously to die. So, do you transplant? What time of day do you transplant, Nana? Hey, Robin. Hey, CB. Thank y'all. Muscadine. That's it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Muscadine. Exactly. Yeah. That's it. However, okay, you're talking to Dave. No one but God. Amen. Miss JK, hey, she said, hey, Miss Linda in chat. I use 511 in super juice. I also will use a slow release fertilizer intentionally. Okay. But I switched to comfrey tea and banana peel juice. And that is great, baby. That is great because comfrey is good. It's just, I got my things about, I don't use comfrey, but I think comfrey is a great fertilizer. I really, truthfully do. Okay. Yeah. Plants love that. Mike, that funky, funky, funky stuff. Ooh, don't start me, y'all. Oh, every 12 days. Okay, right. Robin said, depends on the amount of rain you fertilize. Okay, with manure tea every week if it is rain. Okay, good. CB said, we grow the soil grow the plant. And that is so true. That is when you are growing organically. Okay? Yeah. Hey, my baby, how are you? She said, hey, Mama Linda and everyone in the chat. I'm sorry. Listen, baby, the day is what? Thursday? You're not late. We early. We just jumped on this thing. It's like a merry-go-round. Just jump on, baby. That's what we did. Yeah. Just say, I sprinkle the soil. There you go. Sprinkle the soil. That's good. That's coffee ground you're talking about, right? Do you have to water the garden before you use super juice? And that is a great question. And I do. So let me take a swallow. Save on, family. Now, before I put 511 or super juice on my garden bed, yes, I water. And the reason I do that is because when my soil is dry, look at your soil. I know my soil is not the only soil that do this. Is that when you first put water on it, it kind of runs off and kind of, beat it up a little bit. I want that bed soaked. So when I put that 511 and super juice on it, it's going to go in there and it's going to soak it all up. Now, are we going to lose some to runoff? Yes. That's why I do it every 10 days, right? Yes. But I want it down there at the bottom. I want it all down there. And the reason why I want it all down there, because when it's not at the top, my plants are going to go to the bottom to get it. And when they go to the bottom, that means they grow it, right? So yes, I water before I fertilize because I fertilize with 511 and super juice. That's a great question. And yes, that's what I do. I use my grounds in my compost. Good. Yeah. I put my used tea in the bed before and while I'm planting. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, like tonight, I made coffee. Tomorrow, I'll sprinkle those used grounds around my plants. It have never hurt the leaves or plants. Cool. So, answer this question for me. What do you all use coffee ground for? What are you getting from your coffee grounds? Let me know. I mix coffee grounds in my soil. Good. Used tea is great too. Yes. CB says, I use my compost to soak homemade coal for biochar. Okay. This is my first year relying on it. Okay. Plants seem to love it. Great. Let me ask you all a question. This is just my question. When do you ever think enough is enough? Like biochar, 511, super juice. Maybe you put some synthetics in there, or maybe you use alfalfa, or maybe you use comfrey. When is it enough? Just a question. It's like question. How many fertilizers do you have that you put it in your garden? How many? How many do you have? Rather is liquid or slow release? Let me know. Thanks for the advice on the coffee ground. There you go. Biochar give good bacteria and fungus um, a home. Helps your garden. All right, Mike. I usually transplant early in the morning. Well, I'm going to tell you that is the worst time of day. And I'm going to tell you why, my love. And I'm saying this because, honey, I want to help you. Okay. Early in the morning is good early in the morning. But remember, 12 o'clock is coming. 1 o'clock is coming. You're talking about the hottest part of the day is in front of you. No, no, Mion, you don't want that. You want the hottest part of the day to be behind you. You want this plant to spend a lot of its first hours comfortable in coolness, in darkness, right? So you want to do this early in the evenings, late in the evening when the sun is going down. And that's why your plants is dying, because you're putting it in early in the morning and it's going through so much shock. And then the sun is getting it, the sun is tearing it up. It can't do anything but die. So change that, Nana. Plant in the late evening, 7 o'clock, before it get dark. If it's an overcast day, like 6 o'clock or something, right? And if it's drizzling, baby, that's even better, right? But plant them late in the evening, and if the plant is too big, take off those big leaves. Just try a couple of them, Nana, and let me know. But I guarantee you, you're gonna have better results that way. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I'm learning. Oh, good, bless Lady Gail. I'm glad you're learning, my baby. Good. Save on, man. I gotta stop. I gotta put something else in this cup because I got a little twang going on. I gotta watch this thing. You go sneak up on me. All right. Let's see. Save on, baby. Mike say yes, soil dry. If I water once, add fertilizers, water again. That's it. Yes. You have to water first. Okay. Yeah. Plus critters don't like it. Yes, I've seen white. Yes. Yeah, Mike. I don't know. We eat everything. Salon. I do big amendments in the spring, okay? Then I feed as I see they need one. Okay, good, good. I chop and drop fall, okay? Let it break down over winter. Cool. That's one change I'll start with. Good, good, Nana. And Nana, please keep me informed. I want to know, baby. I do. Just let us know if we can help you in any other way. Miss Red say 511 in super juice. Okay. My garden rests under snow 6 to 8 months a year. I know, Mike. Yeah. That's my RC. I only use 5 items: super juice, blood and bone meal, fertilizer, and 511. Okay. Will do. Thank you, beautiful. All right. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you, baby. Sylvia said, I have 4 fertilizers: 511, super juice, bone meal, garden tone, all purpose organic, slow release. There you go. Yes. Yes. I use 511 banana peel water weekly. All right. And slow release every 6 to 8 weeks or whenever I think about it. Okay, baby. She's a sneaky girl. Tell me about it. Yeah. All right. So that is the thing about fertilizers. We can grow our own fertilizer. You don't have to go out and buy, because listen, fertilizer prices, every time I go to the store, they're going higher and higher and higher. I mean, is it that way where you live? And 511 really is gone way, way up, baby. Just just way up, you know. So I'm always trying to find a way that I can grow something for my garden to feed itself, right? I have a low mobility, so I try to build land that can take care of itself more. Okay. I have to work around that. But second priority is keeping things as natural and simple as I can. And I truly love that because we all grow some form of NPK. The problem is we just don't know that we're doing it. We don't know we're doing it. And so this is what this live was about, the NPK. We can grow our own phosphorus, potassium, and we can grow our own nitrogen, right? And that is the whole point for that one. Sylvia says, what them prices are silly. Yeah, Sylvia said 5.11 a gallon was 19.99. Now it's 23.99 at Wally World. Yeah, 5.11 used to be $8. Yeah, 12, then 20. I've seen it 30. I did too, Mike. It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is what they know. They know we're going to buy it. They know we're going to buy it. But there's some things we can eliminate, family. So the way we mix up our super juice can help us a lot by putting the NPKs in there that we need so our plants don't suffer. Our plants still get all the nutrients they need. They still be big and healthy, delicious to feed us and give us all the nutrients we need to keep on moving. Right? All right. Now, anybody have any questions about growing your own NPK? So if you have a question about growing your own NPK, right now is the time to ask your question. Miss Red said, that's why I'm stuck on only using 2 fertilizers. Everything else is just too high. And it really is. I mean, listen, it depends upon you and what you are looking to receive from your garden and what you are willing to put into your garden, right? Now, I still have more blooming in. Am I going to use it? Yeah, because I paid for it. I'm going to use it. But I want to thank my friend Ursula. I love her. I don't know if you all are not subscribed to her channel, go and subscribe to her channel. She have amazing harvests. She grows some amazing food. Go check her out. All right. The name of her channel is Harvey Container Gardening. Harvey Container Gardener. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna put the name of her channel in the description box when we done. Okay. All right. No, you all don't have any questions about growing your own NPK? Everybody good? C'est bon. Me and my copper cup and Miss Peachy. Miss Sneaky. Thank you, baby. Let me put that up here. There you go. Harvey Container Gardener. That's her. C'est bon, family. C'est bon. All right. So the next thing I want to share with you all tonight is companion planting. Whoo, so this is a time of year of companion planting. I don't know if you all seen, I put a little short out today where I found this big old fat army worm in my cabbage, just living a life, living a life. She has some beautiful plants. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Thank you, Mike. Miss Linda, you gave me a lot to think about. Good, baby. Good. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. Because let me just say this, it is so much easier for us to grow this stuff and put it right back in our garden. It's so easy for us to do. And a lot of times, many things that we eat, that we buy, we always say, the ingredients and Indian ingredients, these big words, is like, I probably never said this word a day in my life, but you wonder why they're putting it in there anyway. But in this case, we have control of what we're putting in our garden. So we want beans, we can grow beans. Beans, and that is phosphorus. Beans. So we could take half, eat half, grind the other half up so we can grow things like broccoli, kohlrabi, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, turnips, all of those things we need that bone meal for. We can grow this stuff ourselves. We can grow it. And we know what's in it. Right? Cool. Companion planting, family. What do you say? That thing was juicy fat. You saw it? Oh my God. Wasn't he though? See, that is the thing about insects. Bad insects. They feed at night. See, right now, they're having a ball. Some of them is having a ball because insects in our garden, they feed at night. And during the day, they hide. And you got to go find them because they're in there. I see a lot of people like Precious, those cabbage loopers was on the plant. Well, usually the bugs that I find in my garden, they are in the soil. So remember, if they're not on the plant, don't give up. It's in the soil, right? So they hide. Insects have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. They know how to protect themselves. They know how to hide, right? Hey, backyard garden flow. So y'all remember that. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about companion planting. So who companion plants? And we've talked about this many times, but who companion plants? So companion planting does not eliminate insects. It doesn't eradicate insects. And matter of fact, I know it sounds strange that we do need insects, good or bad, good and bad. We do. But we want to be able to control them. We want to be able to control them, right? Just because we use companion planting, it doesn't mean that we don't have to keep our eyes on our plants. As you saw in that video, I companion plant. I mean, all year round, I companion plant. But y'all seen that big old boy who was in that cabbage? Yeah. I'm just now getting here. Okay, baby. All right, Rena. All right. So remember your companion planting and what it does. right? Companion planting does not totally eliminate bad insects from our vegetable garden, but it reduces the pressure, yeah, by creating a less attractive environment for pests, right? So we just want to be able to control it more. I have tried, I love the idea of companion plant, okay? All right. Japanese beetles eat my xenos instead of my food, for example. And that is the thing. So, like, for instance, what Mike's saying, xenas, especially like Cracker Jacks, nasturtiums, calendulas, marigolds, those flowers attract the bugs to them. They attract the bugs to them. Instead of them eating our vegetables, they'll love on the marigolds and the nasturtiums, and that is cool. That's what we want them to do, right? My marigolds and basil give small bug smell. Bugs don't like. Oh, it gives the smell. That is true too. So what you have is like onion, garlic, leeks, chives, right? What they do, they keep the bugs away from your plant. They're not a drawer. They keep them away. Now, I hear a lot of people say it just don't work for them. And do I understand? I do, baby. I do. But try to put your onion, garlic, leeks, basils in the bed with them and you'll find out. Now, they're not going to stop them totally. It will slow them down, though. It will. Hey, Jewel, say hi, Tnog in chat. I find a hornworm on my okra. David, these hornworms, they are getting everywhere. And the reason is because they are hungry. And if you don't have what they usually eat, like tomatoes, they're going to go ahead on and eat whatever you got. Yeah. Miss Fruitful, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. I love using onion. I do too. I do too. Let me see, did I miss anybody that came in up here? Miss, that's my art say. I do a little bit. Yeah. I'm just not okay, baby. Nana say I have tried. Yeah, Japanese beetle. Yep. Good evening. You new here. I love that. Oh, thank you for being here, baby. Thank you. Um, Cheryl says, I'm trying to stir some onion, garlic, and basil calendula. So, with the flowers like nasturtiums and calendula, put them in a pot next to the your vegetables. Don't put them in the pot with your vegetables because nasturtiums, calendulas, marigold, they will take over everything. So just put them in a pot next to them. Okay. Rena said, "Oh, she's hey baby." She said, "Hi, sweet. Hi, Miss Linda. Hey, 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 Jewel. I love using onions too, baby. Garlic and onions and marigolds. I have tried and basil. So, Rena, what you're saying is that it don't work for you. Bugs gonna eat. We just trying to distract them. That is it. But even with distracting them, we must keep our eye on our plants. Rena say, yes, I have had hornworms eat my peppers and eggplants too when I had no tomatoes. Okay, so listen. Do I understand? I do. But companion planting will not, it's not going to stop them all the time. It will slow them up, but it will not stop them all the time. And we, the gardener, must be vigilant. Must be. You have to inspect those plants daily, daily. And remember, if that hornworm is huge on your plant, Rena, tell me this, the hornworm you talking about, was it big? Tell me, baby, was it big? Let me know. Hey, Cheryl. They did work, but 100. Okay. So let me know, was that hornworm big? Just let me know. I'm going to wait for you. Thank you, Mike. That's one of the things. He did. He did. So let me just say this here. If that hornworm was big on your plant, let me tell you something. That hornworm started just like that, a little egg. And it took about 6, 7, 8 days or so for that hornworm to get big like that. And my question was, where were you? Because you was not paying attention to your plants at all. And if those hornworms are big on your plants, they've been there and you were not checking your plants. Facts. I check my plants daily. You do. You just missed that one. That's what you're saying? So this is the thing. Even with companion planting or anything else, we must be vigilant. You must check your plants daily. Daily, family. If you missed it today, that's fine. But if that hornworm is big, that hornworm have been there. He been there. He been on that plant. He been on the plant. And I understand what you're saying. You check it daily, but he been there. I agree. We must, yes, because if he's big, he been there, baby. He been there. He really have. So we have to check just to make sure. So another cool thing is, just spray your plants with water daily. That's what I do. I sometimes spray like for aphids, even when I don't see aphids, because I'm like, you never know, Yeah. So just be vigilant because insects are smart, baby. They are smart. They 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 getting the food. They getting the food, right? All right. So the flowers I was talking about, the crackerjack, zinnias, the nasturtiums, the marigolds, those are trap crops. Those are trap crops, which they attract the bugs to them, and the bugs get all obsessed with all you know, the flowers, and so that they forget about our food, which is truly cool. And many times when you see like nasturtiums is full of bugs, cut them flowers off, put them in a bag, throw them in the garbage, and let the plant continuously to grow. And you are getting rid of bad bugs as you go. I check my tomatoes daily, but not my peppers and eggplants too. Yeah, I had no idea that they ate anything other than tomatoes, but I learned now. Yeah, my baby. I grew some tomatillas, and let me tell you, one day, they had about 8 hornworms on this tomatilla plant. I didn't know that hornworms love tomatillas the way they did. And so what I did, I got rid of the whole thing. I'm not fighting with a hornworm. Mm-mm. Your garden, their favorite restaurant. It's true. You're right, Mike. It's true. Okay, so uh, also onions, garlic, leeks, basils. What they do is they mask the smell of your vegetable because many insects find our garden by the smell, right? But the onions, garlic, and leeks, and thymes, and all of these strong, strong herbs will mask the smell of our vegetables from the bad bugs, right? And that's how those companion planting help us in that way. Okay. Hey, would you say, baby? Right. Oh, you talking to Mike? Hornworms love tomatoes, eggplant, peppers, tomatillo. Listen. Somebody just said that they were on okra. Yeah. Hey, Georgia, how you doing, baby? Yeah. So the companion planting will. These insects, many insects, they they know by smell. Bad insects know by dying dead plants. If you have dying dead plants, if your tomato plants, if you have some tomato plants on tomatoes on your plant that is half dead, or leaves, hanging off, and they yellow and they dead, but you ain't took them off, these plants let out a pheromone, and that pheromone, that smell, bad insects smell it. It's the smell of like death, and they come in. And what happens is the bad insects come. One of the baddest insect there is, it's a roly-poly. A roly-poly is a part of the cleanup crew. Go on Google, what bad insect is a part of the cleanup crew? The roly-poly. And how do the roly-poly find your plant? He find it because of the smell of the plant, because that plant have dying dead leaves on it, or that plant is dying. And if you don't remove that plant or clean that plant up, that's your infestation coming right there, because they come in. And when they come in, they're like boys in the hood, baby. They are never alone. They bring their boys with them. They say it's supper time. And they eat all your stuff, and your plant die. And you standing up and it's like, I wonder why my plant died. Well, your plant died is because you didn't take care of your plant. You didn't pull those bad leaves off. You didn't get that dying plant out. And that's another thing. If you have dying plants in the bed with healthy plants, you drawing all these bad bugs. They coming, y'all. All right. So we must be vigilant. When you see dead leaves on your plants, get them off. Get them off. Bury them in the ground with them so they can feed. They can feed the plant. But you want to get them out of there. Get them off that plant. That's another thing. The plant gonna try to save it. She can't save a dead leaf. She gonna try, and she'll die trying. And that means we won't eat. Right? Yes, roly-polies is the worst. They are the worst. Right. If they're ants, there's aphids. Amen. Amen. That's so true. That is so true. All right. In the fall, that is the wonderful thing about the fall garden, is we do not rely upon beneficial insects, right? What do you say, Tony? Say good evening, Tnog, and everyone here. I absolutely love you. Oh, wait a minute. I absolutely love you, and I'm here all the time in the bushes. I want you to know that I really enjoy your channel and chat. I want to thank you all. I appreciate that so much. I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so glad you stuck your head in this time, okay? All right. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Say, yes, I check my plants daily. These caterpillars been eating my green bean leaves. Oh, yeah. I picked like 15 off. Okay, so let me just say this. Caterpillars. When you look at caterpillars, right? If you see a caterpillar and he's smooth, a smooth caterpillar, and what I mean about smooth, he don't have any fur on him. Smooth caterpillars don't sting. Fuzzy caterpillars, they gonna sting you. You better watch yourself. Fuzzy caterpillars sting. Smooth caterpillars do not. Now, caterpillars on those leaves. Now, I have canna lilies, which I can't stand them. My son loves them, but I don't like them. But exactly, Mike. And also, not only the spike, but under their bottom, they will sting you. So if it's smooth, they usually don't sting. Fuzzy, they will sting you. Watch yourself, right? But if you have canna lilies, they get these caterpillars get wrapped in the leaves, and they are long caterpillars, and they have like a white streak on them. But they turn into butterflies. Now, I love butterflies. Listen, I let the bird poop caterpillar stay on my citrus because I love the butterfly. But I don't like canna lilies at all. So I try to get rid of all of them. Ben was out there today cut them down, Ben. Cut them down. And they were full of caterpillars. And that's all I need is another bad insect in my garden, right? Yeah, but anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. I done lost my little train of thought here. In the fall garden. In the fall garden, we really don't use beneficial insects. Not that very much. Of course, if you have aphids or something like that, we look for maybe a ladybug to come in and eat them. But most of the time, many people, we are not waiting for ladybugs to come and eat, because most of the time we have more aphids than ladybugs, and they sometimes, they had a handful. So we help them out a little bit, right? But the only other time we use beneficial insects in the fall is if we are going to allow our plants to go to seed, like collards or something. Then we want the beneficials to come in and pollinate those flowers. Are you all with me? Because y'all ain't saying nothing. I don't see y'all moving. Let me know if you're with me. I ain't gonna talk till I see you're moving. Bold ones don't bite. True. All right, my baby. Thank you. Save on, y'all. All right. Good. Good. All right. All right. So, let's see. So this is all about just the insects that we must. Hey, my baby. Hey, veggie baby. How you doing? Is that aphids. This is some other plants to have for aphids. Dill, fennel. And I would necessarily maybe one or two plants in it, because a dill will get really big. Be aware of how big a plant will get before you put it in the bed with your vegetables, okay? But dill, fennel, cilantro, and parsley, all of these are great to help detour aphids, right? All right, Tony, thank you. Marigolds will repel aphids with their strong scent. So it's the scent of those flowers, right? Garlic, chives, they produce that sulfur smell, right? Onions, garlic, chives, and it confuses aphids and other sap suckers. And that's what aphids are. They are sap suckers, because that's what they do. They suck the sap out of your plants, like leaf-footed nymphs does, right? All right. For brassicas, we should have nasturtium, which is a trap crop, and that's for caterpillars. Prefer nasturtiums over your cabbage. So caterpillars will prefer nasturtiums over our brassicas. So get you some nasturtium and put it in a pot next to your brassicas. Right. Anybody have any other questions? Do you all want to know anything about companion planting? Maybe you don't know and you want to know. Right now is a good time to ask. Let me know. Save on. What you say, Veggie? I'm growing fennel. All right, for the first time this year, but I don't think about how big it will get. Yeah. I don't know how big it get, and I have seeds, but I haven't dropped it. But research it, baby. But some of them really don't get really big, but this is my thing. It depends on you, and I would say it will get pretty big in one of your beds because your soil is fertile. It really is, baby. Wait, let me see. Soul Deaver said, please talk about companion plant. That's what I've been talking about, baby. What you want to know? Tell me what you want to know. You can't just put one plant out and think it's going to work. You need a lot of plants. Yes, and like in the middle of my garden bed, I have like it's 8 foot long. Well, I have a line. I took a stick and just went all the way down from one end to the other. And I dropped green onions and leeks all the way down that line. And in many parts of the bed, I have basil. I have garlic. I stick cloves everywhere in that bed. You will see it. It's full of lots of onion, garlic, leeks, and basil. Yes. And I have marigolds in pots on the side of the beds. Yeah. And that's true, Miss Georgia. Do you use Snapdragon? I do not. No. My deal got huge, really. And it could get very big, extremely big. So beware of that. Sorry, Miss Linda. I'm throwing down in this kitchen. Come on now, baby. Come on. I cooked greens last night. I cooked greens. Well, I thought I shared it on the video, but anyway, I cooked greens with turkey wings and cornbread. And my cousin came over today, and I shared it with her. We had a great day today. Yeah. Miss Fruitful says that's a great idea. Planting in a pot next to the cabbage and collard. Yes, definitely. All right. Rena said, if we plant garlic to companion plant, is it better to do garlic chives or garlic bulbs? Do you see the difference? I do not. Now, I do both, but I prefer garlic cloves because I'm going to use the bulb also, but I'm not necessarily growing it for the bulb, but I'm going to get a bulb and I'm gonna use it, but I'm not a big lover of garlic chives. So it just depends on what you like, right? But it's going to be the same. Yeah. I'm listening in the background. I need to hear that. Oh, hey, Jim. Hey, baby. I grow bulb garlic, chives, all heirloom. That's exactly. They're all the same, really, in many ways. Google said fennel can get 4 to 6 feet tall. Oh, wow. I need to rethink placement. Yes, my love. And that's something. And it's something how just sometimes we don't really, get deep into it. I'm glad you were here, baby. I really am. Yeah. That's That's tall as a man. Wow. It's almost like as big as a artichoke plant. Good Lord. Oh, you welcome, baby. You are so welcome. Deji, maybe you put it in um, a 5 gallon bucket or a 5 gallon container or grow bag or something. Or maybe if you put two of them together they won't get as big, right? But your soil is so fertile, those things gonna get huge. Finna get bigger than bok choy. Yeah, that's huge. That's really big. Yeah, I thought maybe that they will probably get maybe as big as celery. Is celery. You know what I'm saying? That was my thinking. But I knew I wasn't going to drop the seeds because now tell me if I'm right or wrong. Don't fennel taste like licorice? Somebody let me know. Does fennel taste like licorice? And I thought someone told me that fennel tastes like licorice. And I don't like licorice. So that's why I never dropped my seed. I've seen fennel bigger than Napa cabbage. Wow. Yes, it tastes like licorice. Yeah. That's why I didn't drop it. Yeah. Licorice. Exactly. Ugh. Yeah. But baby, if you grow it, listen, I'm gonna come look. I'm gonna come look. All right. Do y'all have any more questions? If not, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna make room for everybody else. Cause I done popped up in here. We popped up in this thing. Thai basil does. Yeah, does it? Okay. Cool. Oh, you're talking to that's my art. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't realize I know. My leeks won't grow. Really? Why? Precious, have you grown licorice? I mean licorice. Have you grown fennel before? Yeah, we popped up in this thing. I'm growing fenugreek for the first time. That sounds cool. Oh, um, I don't know why. You don't know why what, Michelle? No, I haven't, but you want to try it. Okay, Rena, we love to see you anytime. It's like, oh, baby. That's for all the great advice growing. Oh, you're so welcome, baby. You're so welcome. Yeah. So I want to thank all y'all for being here with me as I jump in, right? I will definitely plant those in separate pots and move the pots around. That's a great idea. My purple lady bok choy is beautiful outside right now. Really, Mike, do a little short something. Let me see. Let me see. Why my leeks are not growing. So wait. So do you have them in the main bed? Did you direct sow them? Are they in cups? What? What did you? How did you do them? Thanks, Miss Linda. Have a great night. Bye. You too, baby. You too. You too, honey. Thank you. So you said that your leeks will not grow. So do you have them? Did you direct sow them, or did you start them in the cup in the bed where they're going to go, or did you start them in cups, or did they germinate? Let me say that. Did they germinate? Oh, okay. Growing them from seed in a container. Yes, they germinated. Okay. So now what? They're not growing. They're they're not growing, baby. Let me know. What are they doing? Then they die. Okay. So let me ask you a question. The soil you did, I mean, is this new soil? Is this old soil? Check your soil. Check your soil. Make make sure you. I mean, pull up one of them. Are the roots gone? Do you have roots to your leeks, or are the roots gone? Let me know. Um, they said that the insects are not as attracted to purple cabbage, purple broccoli, and well, I've heard that too. That a lot of purple vegetables not eaten by bugs because of those cyanuses in it, and they're not like that sweetness. If you eat any red vegetable, you will taste this bitterness to it, which I love. But yeah, that's true, baby. That's true. I heard that too. Try direct sow about your garden. Miss Reyes say, go for it, sweet. We'll never know how it goes until we try. Amen. Doll say, Miss Linda, thank you for all your wisdom. You are greatly appreciated. Thank you, my love. I didn't check. Okay. I was too mad. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to go look at your babies, your little seedlings. Tell me this: do you have roots? If you don't have roots on me, you something is in your soil, and that's the only thing. One of the things I can think of is that if this is old soil, you're using this soil from the spring, and you did not go and check your soil to make sure you don't have any grubs or army worms or cutworms in there, because if you do have them in there, they are eating the roots of your vegetables. And yeah, so go check that out. The best thing to do, is this a container? Tell me this, Michelle. Is this a container? And if it's a container, tell me what's the size, like a 5 gallon, 20 gallon. What is it? Tell me, baby. Mike say yes, grub, etc. will kill roots of the baby. Eat them up. Eat them up. These insects are hungry. Okay, let's see what Michelle said. So, Michelle, I'm waiting for you to tell me the size of your container. 3 gallon container. Okay, cool. Get you a tarp or something and empty the soil on the tarp. Go get you some gloves on and go through that soil and look for worms, insects, cutworms, or army worms. They're in there. Guarantee you they're in there. All right. And once you clean that out, put it all back, drop you some more seeds, and it will grow. And that is the thing, when we are switching from season to season, you must check your soil. Listen, we wonder why these insects come to our garden so early in the spring. It's because they live there. They've been living there. That's their home, baby. Your home is their home. Your garden is their garden. Use Dollar Tree wire trash baskets to sift. There you go. And they are good. The black ones and the white ones, either one. Yes, check that soil every season. Every one of them, baby. And if you had Japanese meat, tell me this here. Did you have, what's her name? That eat about squash? What's her name? God darn it. Who eats our squash up every year, y'all? What's her name? Tell me her name. Thank you. Thank you. That squash vine borer. If you had squash vine borer in the spring, you have grubs in there. Grubs turns into Japanese beetles. Also, remember that. They turns into Japanese beetles. So it's in there, Michelle. Okay? Let me know if I was right or wrong. I just want to make sure. And just get them out. And your soil is going to be good. Vine borer. Vine borer. Yes. I dug out so many grubs the other day. My soil was infested. Oh, yeah. And remember, if you find one grub, remember, they're never alone. They got the mama, the daddy, the brother, the cousin, her mama cousin, her daddy cousin. They're all in there. Right? So watch yourself and don't put your seeds in soil before you check it. Okay, baby? Yes. The beetles sleep underground as grub overwinters. Yeah. Yeah. What you say, babe? Oh yeah, she said Cheryl says she dug out so many grubs. So beware. And listen, we're not getting a shortcut when we don't do it, right? We just we wasting time. Wow. I did have the vine borer. Yeah. And I didn't sift my soil. Yeah. Well, sift your soil, baby. You're gonna be okay. Just sift your soil, get them out, right? And then drop you some more seeds. Do you have more seeds of leeks and onions? Let me know. Let me know, baby, because I'll help you out with that so you can get some more. Let me know. What's your cash app, Miss that's my art. You do? You sure, baby? Because listen, we'll get you some. Okay? All right, family. Do y'all have any more questions? 'Cause I'm going to slide this little girl to the left. Yeah. All right, baby. Good, good. I would like to buy moringa cuttings, Miss Linda. Moringa cuttings? I usually don't sell cuttings. I usually just the seeds. I usually don't do that. Oh, thank you, man. I think it was. I hope you all picked up something from it. Yeah. Good night, beautiful mama. Oh, I love you. I love you, Nana. You have a good night too, baby. So hopefully tomorrow night for the members, we are going to do this together. Okay? Yeah. We're gonna have a live for the members. All right? Tomorrow. Mm. Wait a minute. Wait. What you say? Do you have any seeds available to buy right now? I'm gonna have to go look, but this is what I want you to do, Da. Send me your address, your name, and your address. Now, this is the thing about moringa seeds; they are different. I cannot put them on my mailbox and I'm gonna have to go to the post office and send them, and they're gonna charge me like a package because moringa seeds are so big, and if you put them in a smaller container, they're gonna smash and crush. So they're gonna need to be bigger. So email me, and I'm gonna tell you what the price is. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Georgia. Thank you for being here. Miss Red said, wow, Miss Linda, I didn't know about the grubs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Watch yours, okay? Um, good night, baby. DAC, uh, yeah, I think I may have some, but I'm gonna let you know about the prices because the price of stamps went up too. Oh boy, did that too. Anyway. Good night, baby. You so you welcome, Michelle. Good night, Adrian. Good night, Cheryl. Yes, baby, till tomorrow. Yeah. I would like some seeds. How much? I don't know yet, Miss Red, but send me your address and tell me what seeds you want. Okay? So, oh, thank you, baby. I enjoy you all the time. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Mike. C'est bon, man. Beautiful live as always. I enjoyed you all. I love you, Miss Linda. Baby, I love you all too. Y'all have a good night. And we're going to see each other for the members tomorrow and for Sunday for everybody else. All right? I'm going to eat some of these greens I cooked. And I made some Jamaican sorrel. Reggie, you know what I did? I put some butterfly peas, some flowers, moringa in my Jamaican sorrel drink. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, I put both of them in there. Good night, my baby precious. Have a good night. You all have a good night. I love you all, and we'll see each other later. All right, Miss Red. Y'all have a good night. Later, family.